Heyo, ladies and gents, we're bringing you a Stardew Valley Let's Play with completing all the achievements. Now, let's get into the world. Here's our farm. Let's look at the forecast for today. Sunny and clear, as always. Start usually is. I like to zoom out for you guys, even though it'd probably be better to be zoomed in. First, we're going to be clearing out some land, and then, of course, doing some tasks. parsnips we won't get for another 5 days. And of course, greet 25 people. So let's clear out this land and go find those people. Now let's go meet everybody. Leek is a good source of energy and health. Could use that for later. Yeah, let's go plant that mixed seed real quick. And here we are in the town. Of course, you got the calendar here with everyone's birthday. Got Lewis's, Vincent's, Haley's, Shane. Oh, I try to say Sean there. Pam's, Pierre's, and Emily's. And of course, our first person. Oh, Gus is blocking the door. What up, Gus? He's a chef down at the saloon. Got Marnie here. Abigail right over here. Of course, you got Pierre. And of course, we're going to buy some parsnips from him. Anyone else in here? I don't think so. Not for the rest of the day, of course. Of course, down here, you got Alex. And in this house, you got Evelyn and George. Lovely old people, I might add. And then, of course, in this RV, you got Pam. And, of course, her daughter, Robin, which we'll see later. Lewis lives in this building, of course. Let's go meet this guy real quick. Called Elliot. He lives down there at the beach cabin with Willie down at the docks, which we'll see him tomorrow. And my apologies, this is not Robin, this is Penny. And then, of course, you got two girls that live here, which are Emily and Haley, which Haley is out and about right now. And then, of course, you got Vincent and Jody. And of course, this is Marnie's house right here with Sebastian and I forget her name. And then of course Leah right over here. And here's Haley. Oh, and then we got Caroline, who also lives with Pierre and Abigail. And then of course you got Harvey. And on our way down to Sebastian and Maru's. Oh, there's Maru right now, which we'll get when we come back. Of course, we got Clint down there, but the two people up here, actually, well, 5 in total technically, but Marty left. We already talked to Robin, which is why I said her name. This is Demetrius, who lives here. And then, of course, you got Sebastian, who lives in his room most of the time. This is Robin. And here's Sebastian. Talk to him. And then, of course, we got a special little guest up here who lives in a tent named Linus. What's happening, Linus? Hello, hello. And then, of course, over here, you got the mines and also a quarry that we get to unlock, and a boulder, of course. But of course, they're working on that at the moment. And of course, here's Sam, who usually works at Jojo Mart, who lives with Jody and Vincent. And here's Sebastian. And of course, at a certain time, most of the adults go to the Star Drop Saloon. Now we should be needing one person, but I'll take you a tour over here. Here we got the museum, which is where if you find artifacts or even minerals, we put them in this area. Talk to this man right here called Gunther. And then of course this is where Clint works. Obviously it's closed, so you can't really go in there. And we're gonna wait an extra 20 seconds. Cause then he'll pop out and we get to talk to him for our greeting. I hope. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. I do believe that's the last. It is not the last person. Who do we have left? We have Willie, who works down there. Got Clint. Oh, and we also got Leah. I forgot. My apologies. Which I don't think we'll see Leah until tomorrow. Unless she's in the saloon. Which she is not. Maybe at 7 o'clock. There he is. Look, it's Clint. We got 2 more people, or 3 more people, I should say, to talk to. But Willie, we won't be able to get a chance to talk to Willie until tomorrow. And Jazz, little Jazz, who lives with Marnie and Sebastian, we'll talk to tomorrow. And also Leah, who also lives down in that corner in the cottage. But for the moment, we'll plant these parsnips. Well, here's the map I should have shown, where you can look at any place to go. This is the quarry I was talking about. Here's Willie's house. Then here's where we're going to be tomorrow. And of course over here is 2 lakes. You usually find some spring onions over here. And of course there's a wizard's tower, where hopefully we'll talk to him in about a couple days. Then there's a bus that takes us to the desert, which will go in a season or two. And then of course you got Robin's place. And then up here, which the boulder is blocking, of course, there is a railroad system and of course a sauna to regen your health better. But yeah. As you can see, I will put down this chest. Probably don't need these for tomorrow. Probably don't need those for tomorrow either. So we'll head on to bed. And on to the next day we go. Check the weather. And of course it's going to be raining, because it always does on the new world. New farm, I should say, on day 3. But first we'll water our crops. And of course refill that for the next day. Now let's go visit Willie. Okay. Let me show you what's up here real quick. Up here, of course, is a faster pathway to where Linus and the carpentry store is. Instead of going the long way through the middle or even the bottom, you can go through the top, which will be so much faster. Of course, we got a wild horseradish. And of course, there's dandelion right here. Daffodil. It's not a dandelion. Oh, look. Just what I wanted to show you. Here we have quest boards, which don't know how to get that on day 1, or 2, or 3, or 4. But usually there'll be quests here pertaining to an item. Of course, the person will ask for it. You get a certain amount of either gold or something else. And of course you get a couple more hearts with them. And then go from there. And of course down to the beach we go. And looky here, you got a fishing rod, which is what you usually get down on day 2. And of course, if at all it pops up, I will show you that some fishing spots are better than others. There are big little ripples in the water. Not showing yet, but in due time it will show. Oh, and here's little Jazz. Of course, we got one more person to talk to. I think we just walked past her. We did not. Here's another horseradish. Of course, up we go. Of course, the more you clear out, the more either farmland or farm buildings you can place down. And of course, you sometimes want to keep the grass for your farm animals, but right now we currently don't have any, so kind of no point. As you saw down there, we got a geode on the floor, which we will pick up in a second. Which of course, the geode is very good for cracking open and getting some minerals. Now let's go do some fishing, which we'll first do in the mountain lake. And of course we can catch all types of fish. We got the carp, the ballhead, the largemouth bass, and the chub. And as you can see in our inventory, we got the carp, the chub, the bullhead, and the largemouth bass. It's pretty unique to this lake. You'll never really get them anywhere else. And as you can see right here, you got some new ideas to sleep on. Usually meaning that you have leveled up. And usually you only level up during the nighttime when you sleep the next day. And it shows you what you've either earned by crafting or earned by your skill level. And as you can see here, there's star quality fish. So of course you got your originals, And you got silver quality, gold quality, and iridium quality, depending on how high your fishing level is, and based on your fishing pole and the equipment that's attached to it. That's all there is to fishing. Now let's go check up if we can go talk to Leah real quick, because then that'll be our final person. There she is. And there we go. Now we got a new one. Give someone a gift. Now, I do have my special little eye on somebody. Of course, that being Haley, which lives with Emily. And basically, you can have a wife and kids in this game. Wife, as you can see from this, you can get hearts that obtain. As you can see, some are full, some are not, like they're blacked out, meaning that you have to get a bouquet, which of course later down the road I'll explain in further detail. But some of these, as you can see, say singles, some of them don't, meaning that the ones that don't can't really romantic with them, and the ones that you can, well, you can marry or divorce or whatever you want in this game. Now, of course, this is a large shipping bin. You can sell whatever you like in it. Of course, if it has a sell value. And of course, we sold our fish to make some money for future investments, which I'll explain to you at a later date. But here we'll head over to Haley's house. Hopefully she's not in a room, because if she is, you need 2 hearts just to get in her room, but she's not. How about that? So let me talk to her. Oh, that's a nice compliment. And here's a daffodil. And of course here, you get 100 G's for that. Or 100 gold, I should say. And of course our last and only quest is a parsnip. That's what I'm going to call it for this episode of Stardew Valley. Obviously, we got a lot to get through, a lot to learn, but hopefully by the end we will have completed this game 100% and finished all the other 2 games that we're currently working on as well. And hopefully you'll come through the journey with us, and hope you like it. See ya!